Anthropic just shipped a feature major tech outlets are already calling, and I'm quoting, an OpenClaw killer. And honestly, after looking at it, I get why. But we're gonna save this one for the end of this video because there's some context you need first to understand why this changes everything. If you're using AI in your business or thinking about it, this is the week where the rules changed. Amazon and Meta both got burned by AI agents, and what happened to them is a warning to every business owner who is running AI tools right now. ChatGPT quietly crossed a line most people missed, and if you're using it, it could actually change how you work on Monday morning. And NVIDIA dropped a number at the conference that should make you rethink every AI investment you're planning this year. This is your week in AI. Here's what happened. Amazon has been pushing their engineers to use their own coding tool. It's called Kiro. They set an internal target of 80% weekly usage across the teams. Basically, use AI to write your code or else. And it went wrong. In early March, an AI-assisted code change took down Amazon's e-commerce site for 6 hours. A 99% drop in orders across North America. 6.3 million orders gone. And that wasn't even the first time. A few weeks earlier, the same AI tool decided the best way to fix a problem was just to delete the entire environment and start over. 13-hour outage. Now Amazon is doing a 90-day safety reset across 335 critical systems. Every AI-based code change now needs a senior engineer to sign off on it, which, yeah, that's what should have been in place from the start. And then there's Meta. This one's almost worse. An employee posted a technical question on an internal forum. Another engineer asked an AI agent to help analyze it. The agent posted a response without asking for permission that turned out to be wrong. And the employee who followed that advice accidentally exposed sensitive company and user data to people who shouldn't have had access for 2 hours. Meta classified it as a SEV 1, that's their second highest severity level. So look, two companies with basically unlimited engineering resources, unlimited budgets, unlimited talent. Both got burned by AI agents running without proper guardrails. Now imagine what it looks like in a 10-person company without a dedicated security team. The takeaway here is simple. AI agents are powerful, but if you're letting them take actions in your business without a human checking the output, you're not efficient. You're reckless. And here's where it gets interesting, because NVIDIA actually announced something this week that directly addresses this problem, and it's free. By the way, if you want to stay on top of what's actually happening in AI every week without the hype, hit subscribe. We do this every Friday. So NVIDIA just had their big annual conference, 39,000 people, biggest AI hardware event of the year. And the CEO, Jensen Huang, spent 2 hours on stage announcing new chips, new partnerships, $1 trillion in projected orders. But the thing that actually matters for your business, he spent maybe 10 minutes on it. It's called OpenClaw, and here's what it does in plain English. If you've heard about OpenClaw, the open source AI agent that does tasks for you autonomously, the number one concern everybody has is security. It runs on your machine. It has access to your files, your code, your data. And as we just saw with Amazon and Meta, an AI agent with too much access and not enough oversight can do real damage. OpenClaw is NVIDIA's answer to that. It's a free open source security layer that wraps around OpenClaw. One command to install. It adds sandboxing so the agent can't touch things it shouldn't, policy enforcement and privacy controls. Jensen literally said on stage, every company now needs an OpenClaw strategy. Now here's the second thing from GTC you should care about, and it's a number. NVIDIA's new hardware roadmap projects roughly a 10 times improvement in performance per watt over the next 12 months. What that means in real terms, the AI tools and agents you're paying for right now, the API costs, the cloud compute, the subscriptions that change based on usage, all of that is about to get dramatically cheaper. We're talking $10 for what costs you $100 today. So if you've been on the fence about investing in AI workflows because the cost didn't make sense yet, that math is going to change fast. And even OpenAI is finally catching up. They quietly added write actions to ChatGPT this week. It can now draft emails, create documents, and book meetings inside your tools, which to be fair, Claude's Code has been doing for weeks. But what Anthropic shipped today goes even further, and it might have just ended the biggest debate in AI right now. If you watched our video from last week, you know the OpenClaw versus Claude Code debate. OpenClaw is the open source AI agent that blew up because you could text it from your phone. Telegram, Discord, Slack, WhatsApp, and it would just go do things for you. Write code, manage files, send emails, apply to jobs. Like a digital employee you text. Claude Code, Anthropic's coding agent, was arguably better at the actual work. Better code, more reliable, more secure. But it had one massive gap. You had to sit in front of a terminal to use it. You couldn't message it from your phone. You couldn't just walk away and let it work. That was OpenClaw's entire advantage. As of today, that advantage is gone. Anthropic just launched Claude Code channels. Here's what it does. You create a Telegram bot. Takes about 5 minutes. Connect it to your Claude Code session, and now you can text Claude from your phone. Ask it to fix a bug, run your tests, write a feature. It processes the request with full access to your code base and replies right there in your Telegram chat. And when it finishes a task, it messages you. One developer on X put it perfectly. You no longer need to buy a Mac Mini, which, if you've looked into OpenClaw, you know what that means. People were literally buying dedicated hardware just to run OpenClaw 24/7. That's how much demand there is for an AI agent you can just text. If you want us to do a full step-by-step video on how to set up Claude Code channels, drop a comment. If enough of you want it, that's next week's video. Now, let me be fair. This is a research preview. It only works with Discord and Telegram right now. No Slack, no WhatsApp. And your Claude Code session has to be running for it to work. There's no true background mode yet. So OpenClaw still has the edge on platform coverage right now. But the direction is unmistakable. This is the move from AI that does what you tell it when you're watching to AI that works while you live your life and texts you when it's done. And now there are two real options. OpenClaw when you want full control and don't mind self-hosting, and Claude Code if you want something managed and secure that just works. And if you combine this with what we talked about earlier, NemoClaw making OpenClaw more secure, AI costs dropping 10 times, agents getting more capable every week, the picture is pretty clear. We're not heading towards a world where AI is a tool that you open when you need it. We're heading towards a world where AI is a coworker you text when you need something done. And that got a lot more real this week. That's your week in AI. I'll see you next Friday.